What's going on, everyone? TJ Fitness News Reviews, and together with me today, the much anticipated review
of Inspired Nutra, Devastate of the Union.
Pre-workout people. Listen, I'm gonna take you through the label of this thing. Beyond the fact that this is amazingly looking pre-workout, this is also a very interesting label. But then I'm gonna share with you my personal experience using this one over the last almost month. And trust me, you wanna stay for this review. The experience is different. And then I'm gonna give you my final verdict. Who is this one for? Should you give a shit? Let's get right into it. Okay, people. So Inspired Nutra has been around for a while. Really great company, doing really great thing. You know, always was about very cool design, very high-end ingredients. The company stands for something. But then, 6 months ago, the founder, the father of the original Ares White and Ares Titanium and Ares Super and Ares God of the Gym, the original, the founder of that company actually left Intel and joined Inspired as a full-on partner. So his name is Landon, and you might know him as his alter ego Fade, because he also makes music, and that actually looks very much like his alter ego. Really like the design here. It looks like Landon a bit, or his alter ego Fade. Check him out. Anyway, I'm gonna link below to these to all of this stuff that's relevant. Anyway, so he joined Inspired, and basically with the idea of bringing them that edge, because the dude is one of the best formulators I have ever run into, definitely when it comes to pre-workout. So they came out with this one, Devastate of the Union, which obviously looks amazing, but beyond the looks amazing, and by the way, you can't see it on video, but when you touch this has like sort of a texture. Maybe you can see it a bit here. This is amazing. Like, this is one of the best looking design I've ever seen. It's also very unique in the sense that it doesn't have any promises, you know, mind-blowing pumps, alter focus, whatever. No promises, just an amazing looking design. It's a pre-workout. It says Northern Light, which is the flavor that I have, and then the formula. And the idea here, the company is not playing with the DM world, right? Like, so there's no DM, HA, DM, whatever. This is sort of borderline legal stuff. It does have a riot genesis. I'm going to talk about that in a second. But the idea here was to bring in a pre-workout that will hit you like a motherfucker, like a Steam Junkie pre-workout, without DM anything. So without the side effects of DM whatever, and also without the legality issues. Anyway, so let's look at what we have here. We have here 2 scoops is 20 serves. So you have 1 scoop and 2 scoops. 2 scoops is 20 serves. 2 scoops is 18.4 grams. It's 2 scoops, right? So full serving is 2 scoops. Then you have, by the way, the titles on this thing, I'm going to put the label here, is really cool. 'Twas all in vain, right? So which is the pump formula. So you have L-citrulline and you have Glycer Pump at 2 grams and L-citrulline at 4 grams. So that's what you have for pumps. Then you have the Endless Endurance Matrix. Endless, people. Endless. You have beta-alanine at 3.2 grams, and then you have R3 Tonic, which is their own blend. It's a unique blend that they came up with, I guess Landon came up with. It's a combination of L-glutamine, creatine monohydrate, and epicatechin, which is supposed to help you with muscle power and endurance in the gym. It's their own. I didn't see any specific research around this, but they came up with the shit. Looks really cool. All of these ingredients are supposed to help you with recovery and muscle endurance. They came up with this thing. Then they have Stimulated Reality. SRR. Code. Yes, it's a code, people. You have L-tyrosine at 1.5 grams. Then you have caffeine at 350 milligrams, which I like. Not a lot of caffeine, but 350 milligrams. But then you have what they call an extra, Alpina Galanga extract truth. Anyway, they have that one at 300 milligrams. And then they have a riot genesis. Who doesn't love a riot genesis? Love a riot genesis. A lot of the Steam Junkie pre-workouts I really like have a riot genesis. It's sort of a mild stimulant, but it really, in the right combination, it really helps with focus, it really helps with mood elevation. I really like that combination. Then they have Zoom XR, which is XR caffeine, that's supposed to be more long lasting. So caffeine anhydrous is gonna hit you right in the face, and Zoom XR is gonna fade away really slowly, so it's gonna prolong the effect of this thing. Then they have Go Lean, which is again, it's their own combination of alpha GPC and choline bitartrate and citicoline. So all of these choline bitartrate, and alpha GPC, all of them by themselves, you've seen them in different versions of pre-workout, right? They're supposed to help you with mental focus. This combination here is, again, I think it's an inspired specific combination, so Fade, Landon inspired combination, and it comes out at 100 milligrams. So this is really interesting because usually when you see alpha GPC by itself, it's 300 milligrams on the yield, so 600 milligrams with 50% yield. There is not a lot of it here, so this is a very interesting approach. Now, you know what we say about labels anyway, and I'm going to remind you again, but just remember that they have this in here. Anyway, then they have isopropyl synephrine at 50 milligrams. It's a good amount of this version of synephrine. This version of synephrine usually means that you're going to get hit hard. And then they added here, which I really, really like. So they have, by the way, theobroma at another 30 milligrams. So that's another mild stimulant that's going to help you with the prolonging of the effect. And then they have hordenin at 60 milligrams. Listen, people, it's very hard for me to find a pre-workout that had this right combination of different types of caffeine, different types of energizers, right? Then some focus ingredients, then araya genesis, and then hordenin that I didn't like. Like, this combination is on the money, I love hordenin. I don't know why, somehow it really ties things together when it comes to Steam Junkie pre-workouts. Then, people, you have your Yohimbi HCl at 1 milligram and you have Alpha Yo at 1 milligram. So for the people who are afraid of Alpha Yo, this is not a lot of Alpha Yo. But you know, we've seen before, Alpha Yo has this thing with purity. You can sometimes use pre-workouts with 2 milligrams of Alpha Yo and barely feel it. And sometimes 1 milligram of Alpha Yo will blow your head off, right? Because of the purity of the ingredients, and I've seen this before. Anyway, that's what's here on the label. So this is a very interesting label with a couple of unique ingredients. Obviously, a lot of focus around the idea of mood elevation, energy that's supposed to last for a long time, a solid pump formula, not crazy pump formula, and a very interesting endurance and focus ingredient list. Listen, people, let me tell you something about this thing. Labels are just fucking labels. You never know. You just never fucking know. I remember when I originally used the first product I used from Landon, the formulator here, of Ares White. You look at the label, it looked like a lot of other labels, but this shit was probably the best pre-workout I have ever used, or at least I remember. Anyway, people, let's get into the actual experience because this is what fucking matters. Okay, so let's start with the flavor, Northern Light. It's actually a very good flavor. I really like it. I don't even know what it is exactly. You know, I'm less of these people that like these unique names that I don't know what they stand for. Just trust me, this is a good flavor. It's not like even just tolerable. It's just a good flavor. But let's get into the experience. Who the fucking care about flavors? Who fucking cares about flavors as long as they're not disgusting? This is very far from disgusting. It's actually good. Okay, people, are you ready for the experience? Okay, let me focus here for a second. This shit hits you like a fucking train. Yeah, people, so listen, here's what you should be expecting from this baby. It will hit you hard, and it will hit you fast. You will feel a swarm of fucking energy. Listen, a flood of energy and mental focus. Really like it, and you will just get going. You will get going for the first 2 hours. Listen, first 2 hours, you're gonna get actually surprisingly good pumps. Listen, surprisingly good pumps for me. Surprisingly, because labels are just fucking labels. Then you're gonna get hit like a motherfucker with this thing. The energy kick is strong. This is, as far as it goes to energy kick, this is up there with the rest of the Steam Junkie pre-workouts you use. The focus, the mind-muscle connection and the focus is great. And the endurance, I don't know what it is about this shit, but it just gets you to lift more. Just gets you to lift more. I don't know. Listen, guys, I don't know what came in together. You will, for the first 2 hours, just lift more. Now, here's the thing where this thing is different. Or at least, different than what you would expect. The euphoria and mood elevation, for me personally, kicks in 2 hours after. So at the first 2 hours, this is just energy. Angry energy just gets you going. You just want to lift hard. This is what it does for the first 2 hours. Good pumps, good focus, good energy. And then 2 hours later, you're done. You're done with your workout, right? Now you're going to work, you do study, whatever you do during the fucking day when you don't work out. The mood elevation and euphoria comes in. This is what happens now. I'm actually now 2 hours after I took this. This is when you get just motivated. For me, this is a perfect combination. For people who work out in the morning people, you work out in the morning, you take this thing, you're gonna rip the gym fucking apart. And then post-workout, you're gonna get 3-4 hours more of an energy, because the energy lasts for fucking ever. You're gonna keep the energy, but you're gonna be motivated. euphoria, mood elevation. My first 2-3 meetings after taking Devastate of the Union, so working out, taking a shower, going into my office and start working, the first 2-3 meetings are super productive and amazing. I love this thing. This is sort of where you buy a pre-workout plus a nootropic for the rest of the 3-4 hours. And the energy lasts, I would say the energy lasts even more, right? The euphoria, mood elevation, will go down after like 2-3 hours. 3 hours probably, I would say. So 5 hours since taking this. But the energy will last 2 more hours. So energy is going to last for a very long time. You're going to get great energy kick. Wow, the alpha yo kicks in. You feel it. It's not too much. It's borderline. You're going to get some of the side effects of the alpha yo, but it's very mild. You're going to feel the kick though. And then focus, energy pumps during workout and just the willingness to lift hard. And then mood elevation. I just love this pre-workout. There's no way you're going to be disappointed with this shit unless you don't like Steam Junkie pre-workouts. If you like Steam Junkie pre-workouts, you're gonna love Devastate of the Union. Listen, people, this is it. As far as where you can find it in a bunch of places. I'm gonna call Inspired and make sure that you have something special for the launch here on this channel because you deserve to try this shit. You need to try this shit. Now, by the way, I wanted to mention, there's no DM anything, so there's no DM side effects. So actually, I found out that I don't get used to this very, very fast, right? A lot of the time with DM pre-workout, after like using them for 2 weeks, you get used to them. I didn't find, I think like if you're using this 3 times, 4 times a week, you're gonna be fine. If you're gonna use anything, you're gonna use 7 times a week. Like every fucking day you're gonna get used to, but you're gonna get used to this less than with traditional DM pre-workout, which is a huge advantage. Anyway, people, like I said, I'm gonna reach out to the people. I'm gonna try and find you like a launch coupon or a deal or something special for this special pre-workout. And this is a special pre-workout. I'm gonna link anyway to the page on Fitness News below. We don't sell anything. We just help you find the best deals from all over the web so you can save money. Listen, people. If this review of the Devastate of the Union pre-workout was helpful, give it a fucking thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel to see more reviews like this because this is what we do here. We help you make smart decisions about the supplements that you buy.